Good morning, everybody. Today is January 15th. It's Friday, January 15th. And why is this day important other than the fact that Monday is Martin Luther King Day and we have a 3-day weekend? Today, January 15th, Friday, January 15th, is important because it is the end of the term. Yes, we have made it through 2 full terms. We've made it through 2 9 weeks. We're getting ready to start our 3rd 9 weeks on Tuesday. Actually, it starts on Monday, but we won't be at school on Monday, so we'll say it starts on Tuesday. The reason why I wanted to talk to you all really quickly is because whenever we have an end of a term, we have new classes that are getting ready to start. And with us being virtual right now, even though we're coming back on the 25th, with us being virtual right now, I want to be able to clear up just some confusion that could possibly happen. Not saying that you're going to be confused, but just in case, I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about it. So Tuesday, whenever you all come back to logging on, because you're going to log on for those 4 days. If you are AB students, you will still log on those 4 days, and then the next week you all will come back to school for either Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday, depending upon which hybrid group you're in, A or B. So next week you're going to log on. Today, and possibly you've already gotten these, you may have gotten Google invites from some new related arts teachers because your rotations are going to change. So for 6th grade, that is your 1st and 5th periods. For 7th grade, that is your 3rd and 6th periods. And for 8th graders, that is your 2nd and your 7th periods. Now, students, if you happen to be in an intervention class, I spoke with Miss Trent. Miss Trent says that she is not making any changes to intervention lists. So if you were in intervention prior to this last time, if you were in intervention right now, today, if you're in intervention, you're going to still be in intervention to help with some of those math and reading skills. If you are not in intervention, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about what I'm talking about. So one more time, intervention kids, you will stay in your interventions. If you're not in intervention, you will rotate. So I just really quickly want to go over the rotation schedule with you. 6th grade, I'm going to go with you first. 6th graders, if you were previously in art class, 1st period, you're going to go to drama. 6th graders, if you were in computer science with Mr. Smith, 5th period, you're going to go to health and PE with Dr. Moore during that time. If you had choir 1st period, you will then have health and PE with Dr. Moore. If you had computer science or computer literacy with Miss Land, you're going to go to art class instead with Miss Hunt. If you had engineering 1st period, you're going to report to choir with Mr. Walker. If you had drama 5th period, you're going to report to computer science or computer literacy with Miss Land. If you had drama with Mr. Rickmer's 1st period, you're going to go to art with Miss Hunt. If you had health with Dr. Moore 5th period, you're going to go to computer science with Mr. Smith during that time. Last but not least, Pod 6E, if you had health 1st period, you will report to engineering with Mr. Wetmore during that time, 1st period. 5th period, if you had art with Miss Hunt, you're going to report to drama with Mr. Rickmers. Some of you may have already received Google invites. Go ahead and accept that so you'll be ready on Tuesday. 7th graders, this is for you. If you had art during 3rd period, you're going to report to drama now. And then, of course, if you had Spanish during 6th period, you're going to continue to have Spanish during 6th period. If you had health 7th graders as a 3rd period student, you are going to report to engineering. If you had computer science, you will now report to art during 6th period. If you had engineering during 3rd period, you're going to report to choir with Mr. Walker. If you had drama during 6th period, you're going to do health and PE with Mr. Moore, or Dr. Moore, excuse me. 3rd period, 7th graders, if you had drama, you're going to go to art with Miss Hunt. If you had health and PE with Dr. Moore during 6th period, you're going to go to computer science with Mr. Smith. If you had choir with Mr. Walker during 3rd period, 7th graders, you're going to go to health and PE with Dr. Moore. If you had art during 6th period, you're going to report to drama with Mr. Rickmers during that time. 8th graders, this is for you. 8th graders, if you had art during 2nd period this past term, you're going to report to drama during 2nd period with Mr. Rickmers. If you had communications with Miss Miller during 7th period, you're going to report to health and PE with Dr. Moore during 7th period. If you had choir this term with Mr. Walker, you're going to report to Miss Hunt during 2nd period this coming term, starting Tuesday. If you had computer science with Mr. Smith 7th period, you're going to report to drama now during 7th period. If you had robotics with Mr. Wetmore during 2nd period, you're going to report to health and PE with Dr. Moore during 2nd period now. If you had drama with Mr. Rickmers during 7th period, you're now going to have computer science with Mr. Smith during 7th period. If you had drama during 2nd period, you are now going to report to choir during 2nd period. If you had health and PE during 7th period, you're now going to report to art during that time. If you had health during 2nd period, you're now going to report to robotics. If you had art during 7th period, you are now going to report to communications with Miss Hunt. So students, like I said before, you will be getting new Google invites to your classrooms. If you are a student who has changed hybrid learning models, if you are someone who was hybrid and now you're going to the fully virtual model, you will be getting Google invites for that C group. So you will be getting new invites and your schedule has changed somewhat. If you were a person who was a virtual student or a C student and you have changed, now you're an A or a B student, you all will be getting new Google invites for those classes as well. I believe I have emailed, texted, or even called every student and parent that has a change coming up. If you have any questions about those changes, feel free to reach out. You either have my cell phone number, you have my work number, and you have my email. So please reach out and I will help you all the best that I can. Also, with that being said, today is the end of the 9 weeks. Teachers must have their grades ready to go before Thursday. So students, the teachers are working on a time limit. So if you have work that you need to turn in, you need to be communicating with those teachers because the teachers must post their grades at a certain time because I want these report cards to roll out in a timely manner. So students, please contact your teachers if you have questions about your grades. You can contact me about questions with your grades. I'll do the best I can to help you. If you have schedule issues, reach out to me. I will talk with you about it, get you through it, and help you understand what it is, how you're supposed to report to whichever class, whether it be virtually or in class. Thank you all, and have a great day.